The evening breeze passes and many seem to be rushing home to have a rest, perhaps after a long working day. But don't be fooled, others have just started work and it promises to be entertaining. Hello and welcome to another edition of Beating the Odds on High Television. Behind the scenes of TV programs, female broadcast engineer Claudine Tamfu pursues her dreams.
We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay.
I wish to own a training center where I could train broadcasters, I could train even people in how to handle a camera, how to film with a camera, because I also go to the field to film.
The strength, clarity and overall quality of sounds and images is her daily preoccupation. How does she manage the pressure that accompanies her integral role in television production? Another work day, the evening shift has clocked. Here, Tamfu Claudine, female broadcast engineer, makes her way to High Television Cameroon in the southwest region of the country. Heading to embrace the now demystified childhood imagination of how images get to a TV screen. She will keep the television channel running all night.
You met me on my night shift. I come at 6 p.m. That's when my evening shift starts. So I take from 6 p.m. till 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so I come here, I do the evening programs, I do the news, the high prime that comes up every 8 p.m. every working days. And then after that, I do some other stuff and then I get a rest. I found myself here at the High TV, and the first day I came, like, I was shocked because I always see things on TV. I don't know how those things come about. Like, I just feel like maybe it's something that just swaps, and so I had the opportunity to see my madam, the person who trained me. I had the opportunity to know what exactly happens before I'm able to see somebody in front of the TV. Like, you just sit and you're watching TV, things are just changing. It has always been on my mind. Like, when I sit at home and I'm watching TV, I'm like, what actually happens? Like, how do they bring out these things that you see this one plays, after that this one comes, or somebody talks, and then different people, they come on screen. And so when I had that opportunity, I said, okay, let me try to, like, let me just put myself and see how it happens.
Though broadcast engineering offers Claudine the exciting life she has always dreamt of, the pressure is often high. No mistake is allowed.
You know, sometimes it feels like you are on a hot seat because most of the times you are pressured.
Many did not believe in the 27-year-old when she fully diverted from management studies to join the broadcast field 4 years back. A woman working in studios or on-site with hardware and broadcast systems for television to them was unthinkable.
I must say my dad thought maybe he just saw it like a joke because I actually live with him. And when I told him, like, I was actually watching TV with him and I asked him a question. I'm like, Dad, do you know what happens before you're able to see what you're seeing? And he laughed. The first thing is that he laughed, and I was like, that's actually what I'm doing down here. Like, and then he laughed again. I said, okay, let me just stay quiet. And after some time, he asked me, like, you said this is what you do behind. I said, yes, that's what I do. Then he said, so women do this kind of job too? Like, that was the question he asked. I was like, I'm actually, the person I'm actually working with, but because by then my madam was still here. So I'm like, the person who I met there and is training me is actually a lady. So I just saw her there too, and I was like, okay, I wish to do it. So he told me, the first thing he said was, you know, I cannot refuse. I know you are that kind of person. You are ambitious. You like to do your things your way. So I'll just let you do it. But you should know that at one point you have to go back to school. And I told him, if he wants me to go back to school, then let me just do this. And then when the time comes, I can go back to school.
Because the day Claudine told me that he's starting teaching work with the ITV, I thought that it was a joke. But finally, he told me that he was the one working with the audiovisual. That means that the ITV show sees something in her. Because you know, anything from the beginning always difficult. Because from the beginning, I say that as you study a profession, are you sure that one day who will get money for you to get work or to start work with the ITV, with the broadcast in any TV? That's my first conception that I had. But later on, I said, okay, congratulations. I always cross my finger that you should go successfully.
Claudine knew she was at the genesis of an adventure that promised to be challenging.
When the crisis started, that's when I had to, they actually asked us to go back home. Like, schools were not going on at that time. So since I was at home, I started trying to get something doing, so that, because I did not know how long the crisis was going to take and when it's going to end. When I told my mom, the first question she asked was, what exactly are you doing? So I explained it to her, and her fear was, maybe at first she thought I would be going in front of the cameras and talking and stuff like that. So I thought I was not going to show my face, like I'm just going to be behind the scene. And the first thing she was like, I thought it's only, that kind of job is meant only for guys. So why are you getting into it, and how will he influence you? Like, how will he help you? So I told her I'm still training. I'm not yet like working really. Maybe when I'll be working, I'll then get to know how. But as of now, as I'm carrying out the training, I'm finding it interesting. So if I have the opportunity, I would like to push it forward. So she was like, what about your education? So does it mean you're going to leave that out? So I told her the crisis and stuff like that has come. So let me just be doing this one. If the crisis stop, maybe ends or come to an end, then I might pursue the educational career, stuff like that. I would say maybe she did not really like receive it, because her main idea was for me to go to school. Yes, so she kept calling. She's like, so the crisis have not even subsided in a way that you could go to school. I have heard that there are online classes you could carry out. I was like, Mom, don't worry, I'll go. Yes, I'll go back to school.
But would she have returned after discovering what was hidden behind the scenes?
Like, I just wanted to please my parents, because, like I said, at that point, I had already developed that interest of in broadcasting. So I just went back to school so that, that mentality, like letting my father's money not just go to waste. At one point I discovered she started accepting, because she saw that, no, I've already gotten myself into it and I'm not willing to turn back. So she was just like, okay, I surrender.
The nighttime activities filled as usual with the broadcast of late-night TV programs. Breaking 5 a.m. clothing is setting up ahead of the TV's morning show at 7 a.m. A quick content and equipment check is made. The morning show crew is here and the 2 hours program will soon kick off. From TV hosts and crew members to program guests, perspectives vary, but she has learned to be open-minded.
Alright, Rita. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay?
If you take a loan, have you tried to see if the idea can reach a thousand people or thousands of persons? Have you asked yourself that question? So no matter what the case may be, moving from the idea to a business idea. And
I work with diverse minds. I work with people who think differently. I work with people, who have their own backgrounds, like, yes, other things that are associated to them, to their lives. And that alone, it causes a lot of confrontation with presenters. We run about, let me say, 50 programs here at High TV. Imagine I have to deal with about 50 people who think differently, who associate differently, and who come from different backgrounds. So you start finding out yourself at the middle where you don't know how you should react to certain things. At times, maybe you just want to be calm, And somebody who does not like it when there are people when they are talking, they like you to respond, and if you don't respond, they get a different message. And there are people when they are talking, they don't want you to respond, and when you respond, you get a different reaction. So you don't know who I'm supposed to respond to or who I'm not supposed to respond to. It took a lot of time and energy for me to get to understand how to handle certain situations.
I think I should start from when I first of all came to HiTV as a worker. It was really an amazing one. You know, I stepped in and I was hoping to see a guy do the broadcasting work. And then I met a lady. In my mind, I'm like, okay, is this going to go on well? Like, is it going to go fine? Is it going to be okay? But so far, it's been amazing. I mean, exceptionally amazing. Yes, so it's been a really nice one, you know, from the way she carries on with the techniques. You know, sometimes you want to understand, but it's difficult. Like, it's not your field, so you can't really get it. So far, I must say, when I first stepped in, I was really, you know, mesmerized by the whole thing, and it has been an amazing ride so far. You know, women, they are compassionate, and they do their thing with a lot of, you know, attention, and let's say diversity. You know, today probably she's telling you, okay, we'll start like this. Tomorrow she's telling you, okay, I think you should sit this way. Or tomorrow she's telling you, okay, let's do it this way. And you get a lot of innovations coming in. So it's been, I should say, 70%, like the saying goes, what a man can do, a woman can do it better.
Talking about Claudine Tara, Claudine Mola, Claudine, some people call her, anyway, let me just leave that one. Claudine is that one person that no matter what, she will make sure that she knows what she's supposed to do, and she does it, and does it very well. Because when it comes to program, like you said, I've been here at HiTV, and she has been my broadcaster for a while. There's no day I've come here and my program did not go on air. Our collaboration has always been good, you know. Even at times when there are days that we have our ups and downs, maybe you get up, you're sad, you have your worries and everything. She would prefer to walk, but she can just close her door quietly, but making sure that the program goes on air.
Claudine's father had trusted her career choice with the conviction that everyone knows what's best for them.
So I was praying that he should succeed in what he was doing. Nowadays, you don't force your children with the choice. The most important thing is information. When your child told you that this is what I want to do, if you have the means, you supported him. Don't force him to what you don't, because you are not the one to work to do it.
Today, Claudine supervises 3 telecommunication students on internship at HiTV. To them, their teaching-learning relationship is exceptional.
Madame Claudine is actually a formidable supervisor. She actually encourages us to do a lot of things practically when it comes to the software. So sometimes we are just fascinated by the things she does at times, and then we as well try to practice it when she is not there, so that we will not be receiving stuff like, while I was working, you guys were not paying attention.
I would just like to be an expert like her, because she's really good at what she does. Sometimes when we just sit and we're watching her, I just want to be an expert like her, like how she's doing all the stuff that she's doing.
Harris was initially skeptical about having a woman as a teacher for practical knowledge.
Very surprising to actually find out that our supervisor was going to be a woman, especially at the technical department in the broadcasting room. You tend to see less women interested in technical stuffs generally. So most of the times it's rare, it's very rare.
Belfina sees Claudine as one who inspires her to navigate through the challenges female broadcast engineers encounter within the male-dominated profession.
she's easy to understand, she's easy to work with, she's free. You can channel your problems, your issues, anything, and she'll give you answers. Like, working with her has been very fine. We have not had any issues, no problems, and we have any worry, she takes care of it, and she allows us to practice. Like, we have been here for a few months, and so far I can say that we have really been doing okay, because she has been taking time to build us through the process of all the broadcasting and technicalities.
The broadcast engineer says her male colleagues are always collaborative with her in the field.
Than that, they try to help. They try to extend their hands. They're like, okay, you can have my contact in case you need help in this, you need assistance in this. There are some, they'll like, okay, let me have your contact. I could contact you to do this. And some of them even watch. They watch without me knowing.
Well, I've known Claudine for over the years. She came and met me some years back when I started with High Television some years ago. And working with her, it has been ups and downs. You know, as humans, we actually have a down and ups moment. And so it has been a wonderful moment knowing her and working with her. I refer to her as my daughter. So that is just it. And she too calls me father. So you can imagine the kind of work relationship we have. Though due to technicalities and at times due to some other issues, we disagree to agree. So that's just a phenomenon of it. And once again, seeing women in the male-dominated area like broadcasting is something that I always appreciate of it, because from where I used to work, we have a lot of women at times. A program, you see a program is mounted, everything, journalists, the camera lady is a woman, and the broadcaster is a woman, the clerk, the script girl, everybody is a woman. So, and I just doff my hat to some of the women. I doff my hat to her. She's a young lady, for her tremendous work, tenacity when it comes to the energy that she puts in to making sure things are going the way it goes. Because honestly, I will tell you, it's not easy to work with people, as we all have different temperaments and we all have different manners of approach that we approach one another. But working with such persons is something that is applaudable, and on that I doff my hat to her.
We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay.
She works to forge her skills and to impact other youths in the domain.
I wish to own a training center where I could train broadcasters, I could train even people in how to handle a camera, how to film with a camera, because I also go to the field to film. I go to the field to film for news and other things. Yes, so I also produce programs. So I'll open the doors for everybody who wish to come in and be trained, but I will actually specify with the girls or women, yes, to train them. Because I know that when they go out there, they are going to, because as a broadcaster first, one thing is you need to be committed, because they can call you at any time, like you have to be here at this time, you just have to go and you're there on time. So yes, that's what I love about women.
ball is now rolling to pen down a new narrative.